I come from DG Connect, and naturally you could see the importance from our side and our involvement in the digital single market. Single market is, if you like, has been discussed for a number of years, and we have had successes, but not necessarily full success. So it's something which we want to come back on and deal with it. There is a significant opportunity, and the value which can be created from that really successful digital single market is huge. And this can be for copyright, telecom packages, you name it. There are a number of areas where there's a potential. Okay, so this is also something which I would urge you to look into. Resilient Energy Union. There are a number of organizations here who are working on the energy. I'm sure you would be interested in to see how this is going to evolve. So we would certainly want to look at a forward-looking energy union, and this would be also taking into account the climate change policy. Deeper and fair internal market. This is another issue. Key aspect, in fact, from the Commission side, from the 28 member states, the internal market. Deeper and fair economic and monetary union. Almost any one of you here very familiar with the difficulties which we have been facing, and the aspects which we are trying to deal with in terms of economic and monetary union is not easy. If you watch the press and watch the space on this one in the last number of years, you will know it is not an easy passage, but certainly this is a challenge the Commission would need to take on. Okay, just to move on. A reasonable and balanced free trade agreement with the US. As you know, the US is the biggest trading partner. And certainly, we would want to look for the balanced approach on this. One would wonder, why there has to be, if you like, trade difficulties with the US, but this is the reality of life, so certainly we are in the negotiation process, and this will continue. Area of justice and fundamental rights based on mutual trust towards a new policy on migration. This is another issue which, again, as all of you would know, is an issue which is being discussed on a regular basis. It's an issue where we need to deal with and also give support to member states who are dealing with this. A stronger global actor. End of the day, this is, Europe plays a significant part in this, and equally we want to show that we are a global actor in this. A union of democratic change. This does not need to be mentioned, but this is something, it's a repeated, we would really need to keep at it, and that's the only way we can make sure that it is successful. Okay, so that's the main message. First of all, I just want to say, in terms of especially with the new Commission taking charge, I think it would be good for you to know about this one. So if I can just now move very quickly into the Horizon 2020. Now, again, as you know, this is the biggest, I would say the biggest program in the world of this kind on research and innovation. And it's over 80 billion or close to it. So this is something where there is a significant opportunity for any one of you, and either from the industry side, from the user side, from the academy side is there. And I'm going to try and cooperate, if you like, focus mainly on the ICT side. Okay. Now, as I already searched the close to 80 billion, it's 77 billion. It's a 27% increase from the previous. So it's also, those who have been following this, you will see it's been a gradual process. We have been successful in convincing the member states, the council, the parliament, the importance of the research, and they have certainly agreed with us, and this is how the increase. We would want to look at this. Our core part of the Europe 2020 strategy is based on this. It's about a smart, sustainable, and inclusive growth. The main objectives, there are a number of them, but I will try to just list a few. The economic crisis. Again, as I said before, this was put forward at the back end of this one to try and meet this challenge. Addressing people concerns on livelihood. Can we allow at least taking this into account in terms of the planning of this action? Strengthening the EU's global position in research. Again, as I said, the research is not to be done in isolation. We are a global player, or certainly we would want to capitalize on that. Okay. It's a single program, so this is a main change. Is to coupling research and innovation. Is to focus on societal challenges. Again, I'll come back to this one very briefly. And it's a simplified access. I mean, those who are familiar with this one know that each time we try to do the simplification, of course, it's not as simple as it sounds, but that is our aim. We hope we will achieve this one, at least to a greater extent. Okay. Now, so the simplification concerns with a single set of simpler and more coherent participation rules. So there are a certain number of principles we have gone for this one. New balance between trust and control. So if you like, do we investigate more before we allocate a certain amount of resources or funding, or we trust, if you like, from your side. So there's also, in terms of the cost model, there's a single flat rate. And another important point is that, we are bound by giving you a contract within 8 months of the, if you like, once the call has been announced. Which also comes to the stage of, if you like, those who are familiar with the negotiation, that's stopped. Simply because we just cannot afford that time, and therefore, if you are successful with the evaluation, you will receive a contract based on your proposal. Okay, the benefits to the partnership, especially from the ICT side, there's a joint technology initiative, and there is an example of Excel. And I also draw your attention to a number of things of contractual public-private partnership. This again would be of interest to you. And some of them are listed here. I wouldn't go into each one in any sense, but at least maybe I just flag up high-performance computing, green vehicles. These are some of the areas where many of you would be keen to, and I would certainly urge you to look into. Okay. Here is the structure of the 3 priorities in the ICT. Excellent in science, industrial leadership, and societal challenges, and you also see the percentage of the funding across of the 77 billion. Now, this certainly takes into account, if you like, all the way from the science, the research from the fundamental science onwards, all the way to the market uptake. So you see the chain of events possible for any one of you interested in, from the basic research all the way to the other end. The opportunity is there. It's up to you to take it. Okay. You see some of the details here, the excellent in science, industrial leadership, and societal challenges. And it's also the question of you would need to look into, if you like, which one is applicable for you or relevant for you. And let me just show you, if you like, where the ICT itself is a key aspect. You see in a number of areas, ICT plays a key role, and therefore, those who are working on ICT, I wouldn't say that if you are not fully on the ICT, take the other opportunities. So it's all out there for you. Okay. Well, excellent science. Why? It's a world-class science in the foundation of tomorrow's technologies, because this is something where we fund, as you know, the future emerging technologies, for example, research infrastructure. So this is about looking into the real future and giving opportunity for anybody who is interested in doing research. I'm moving forward a little faster because there's a 20 minutes time limit on it, and we are already late into the program. I will be available for a presentation this afternoon, and also will be there for the rest of the day and early morning tomorrow. So just in case anybody likes to come and talk to me, you'll have an opportunity. So here is the funding, if you like. So it at least shows the significant amount of money the Commission is putting forward. And even I would point out, those who are involved in Marie Curie, I will never get the pronunciation right. I mean, all those who are colleagues from Poland, excuse me, Slodowska action. This is also something those who are interested in, certainly I would encourage you to take up. The last one, research infrastructure, it's also worth noting down, because I myself come from the e-infrastructure, which I will talk about on the high-performance computing a little later on. But you will see that it's the research infrastructure facilities which allow people to carry on with the research or giving the opportunity. Okay, the industrial leadership. This is all about the competitiveness of the industries and the strategic investment in the key technologies we would need to make, and we would need your support. And the Europe is to, at least our aim is to ensure that we attract more private investment in research and innovation. The SME was in the last slide. Again, any one of you here know, if there is one of those key important things which we repeatedly say in any meeting, is the support for the small to medium sized companies, because very well you know that they are our backbone, and if you like, they are the one who are really providing the employment in these days, and it's something which if we can support them, that's certainly we want to do. So in terms of the money available, you'll see the 13 billion on leaders, the leadership in industrial technologies. And we also want to give, look at the access to finance. So this is not just necessarily the commission providing a grant. You would also be able to use that opportunity along with other financing institutions to increase that possibilities. Okay. Well, societal challenges, of those three, this is also a key aspect. We would certainly want to take into account the citizens' concerns and the societal concerns, so how we can do research or at least fund activities which is going to help the societal challenges. Now, this certainly we would be looking for multidisciplinary activities, collaboration on including social sciences and humanities. So this is where we would want to bring all those relevant actors together to act on it. Okay, so in all these cases, end of the day, we have a high-level program, but then equally it needs to be split up into different activities. You see a number of the societal challenges. I would certainly say that look up at this one and pick what is most relevant for you from the CAE point of view, simulation point of view. You definitely will find that cuts across a number of these fields. Okay, let me now just to focus a bit on the CAE and simulation. I will just try and give 2 examples because the rest, from what I have said, or you see from almost all those societal challenges, you will find there are many areas in which you can find the activities be relevant for you, especially on the simulation side. Okay, here is the ICT-enabled modeling, simulation, analytics. And you will see from the computer-aided design, computer-aided environment, or manufacturing, or a digital mock-up, all the series of activities in which we have a role, so we are putting forward, if you like, funding opportunities. Here's the example of, if you like, let me put some exactly money on this one, especially related to the present call. So that's very important, those who are looking for an opportunity now, and look for the closing date. So here is 34 million for process optimization of manufacturing assets. So it's something which is already there. ICT-enabled modeling simulation, there are 32 million available. So ICT innovation for manufacturing SMEs, 36 million available. So this is also part of the public-private partnership, as I have mentioned before. So certainly those who are interested in this one have immediate opportunity, directly relevant, and look it up. So here is the money available, that 68 million, which I just split up into different parts, and the details of that one. You will see the modeling and simulation part, integrated knowledge-based systems, the integrated information management systems, and also there is an opportunity for road mapping, because we also want to look at into the future. Okay, the last one, which I'm just going to talk about very briefly, is the High Performance Computing Center of Excellence. Now you will see this one. I'm just going to whet your appetite without going into the details on this one. So actually, so I'm going to just to show you one slide on this, and I will have a presentation this afternoon at 2:30, so you can take it as a campaign from my side for all of you who want to listen more about this one can come to the high performance computing session this afternoon. And you will see from the simulation side, every single application areas, you look at the weather and climate earth sciences, or it may be fundamental science and physics, and many of you have listened to this morning. Industrial and engineering. I mean, almost every one of you here, one way or the other, involved in it. Then, biolife sciences. And also on health, and actually also big data. This is also maybe the last point I just want to say. And we are very keen to look at the combination of the computation and the data side. And you know very well, again, there is the data deluge is another issue. We certainly want to capitalize on it. And thank you very much indeed. Thank you.